Howdy folks. Today we have got another Technics SU-8055 on the bench. This should look pretty familiar. We've looked at one of these already. The other one, while mostly ready to go, I wanted to just do some final tweaks on it before getting it up and going. So it's still in the pile. But I wanted to go ahead and take a look at this one, see what's going on with it, and see if it's mostly ready to go, and maybe we'll do the final work on both of them at the same time. But this one, let's see, this is another one that quote unquote doesn't power on, I believe. And so my guess is that one of the power packs is bad. So per normal, let's tear into it and see what's going on, and we'll go from there. All right, it looks fairly clean. It's not too bad. It's a little dusty. It's enough that we'll blow it out with a compressor here before putting it back on the market to go on down the road. But yeah, overall, it doesn't look terrible. Not seeing anything jumping out at me as particularly burned up, so that's good. Let's see, do all of our selectors work? Yeah, selectors seem to do their thing. Yep. You can see over here the main fuse is blown. That would explain why it won't turn on, and also, leads us to, again, it's likely that at least one of the power packs are bad. Let's see, what else? You'll see that one of the power packs, this guy has been replaced at some point in its life. I believe this one is original. Let's see. I guess from here, let's flip it over and do a little bit of analysis. All right. So looking at this here, if we look at the power pack pins, that's these down here. These are the power packs. A little piece of deuterious in here. That's always good. We can see that this has definitely been replaced, and this isn't the cleanest soldering I've ever seen. So that's not a great sign about the health over here. Like I said before, this one looks original. This still looks like original soldering. So, we'll see what happens over here as well. So the test for whether or not the pack is blown is to to check for continuity between, I think it's pin 2 and pin 3. And if there is continuity between 2 and 3, then that pack is bad and is likely the problem that we're running into. So let's see here. I don't remember which side it counts from. So if we look at the pack here, so it's going to be in like this, sitting against the heatsink. So like this, of course, they're not numbered on here. They're numbered on the originals. All right, well, I guess we'll just have to look. That's not going to help. All right, let's see. Okay, one is on the left. And we're staying oriented this way. So that means that we're looking at pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, and then pin 1, pin 2, pin 3. So get out our trusty multimeter. And let's see. Is pin 1 and 2 connected together? No. R2 and 3? Yes. Sort of. That's interesting. It builds up. Not sure if that's a feature of the circuit or if that's a feature of the
you know, the pack being bad. Let's see what this side does. Okay, that one's just straight up connected between 2 and 3. So I think what I'm going to do here, this one might be good. I'm not sure about that you know, slow build up over time where it starts out kind of shorted but then separates. I'm not sure about that behavior, but this one is definitely bad. But this one I want to, you know, kind of redo it anyway. I don't like how the solder looks over here. I'd like to clean that whole thing up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, and I will test it, compare it against a new one here. Actually, I can just do the test on this guy here for you to show what it does. All right, so again, it sits like this. So if that's there, and if we would look at pins 2 and 3, all right, yeah, we have no connectivity at all here. So I would say there's a decent chance that either something was, you know, there's something bad in the you know, way this was soldered here. It looks like these could potentially be kind of bridged. That's really messy in there. Or the power pack itself could have been burned up while it was being soldered in here. It looks like this might have gotten a little hot. So we'll have to figure that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out both of the packs, and we will see how they test out outside of the circuit. We'll put in the let's see, we may put in the resistors here to be able to check out the circuit outside without the packs in, and see how things look there. And, you know, see if it powers up and all that good stuff without the packs in. So I think that's the direction we're going to go. All right, you can also see that when they installed this guy, they didn't bend the pins in so that it would actually sit flush, have the heatsink here flush against the actual heatsink.
So it's really not surprising if this one burnt out again, given that it wouldn't have had adequate cooling. Alright. So let's do a little comparison here. So this is a new one. Alright, so once again, okay, so now pin 1 is on the right with them facing down. And we are looking for continuity between 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 have nothing, which is what we want to see. Alright, that guy's definitely bad. Alright, then this guy might not be bad. Alright, looks like 2 and 3 are okay here. Let's see, what do we look like over here? Alright. So 2 and 3 are good. 2 and 3 are good. So this is the one that's bad. Okay. So we may be able to reuse this guy after all, but we'll go ahead and set the pins properly. And this one can go in here with the rest of the known bad ones. All right, so the next thing I want to do is put in a couple of resistors here to be able to check if this thing will power on and if it all works without the final stage power ICs in place. All right, moment of truth. 1, 2, 3, pop. Oh, all right. It does indeed power on. So that's a good sign. So now that that's on, let's take some readings. All right, so you can see here that these are definitely not the same. I'm pretty sure that the top one, this guy, is the one that's right, but I'm gonna have to go stare at the schematic a little bit and figure out what these readings are supposed to be, and we will figure out what we need to do after that. All right, let me bring it in here so you can see what we're talking about. So we've got pin 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, and 4, 5, and 6 aren't connected to anything on either, so they don't matter. So if we look at our diagram here, pin 1 should be minus 1.1. So this is out of spec, but not horrible. We'll do some exploration there. Pin 2 should be minus 44, so we're both good there. Pin 3 should be 0. That's pretty close to 0 there, so that's about right. This is very wrong. Pin 8 should also be 0. Again, close here, very, very wrong. Pin 9 should be 44. So that's good, and then pin 10 should be 1.3. So again, this is sort of in the ballpark. This is very, very wrong. So let's see. Okay, so this looks very much like a issue that I saw when doing research when troubleshooting the 44. So I'm gonna say IC401 is probably in that circuit's probably in good shape. I'm guessing that this being 6 instead of 1 is due to having the resistors in there instead of having the actual pack. So I think that's probably close enough. I'm gonna have to measure it with an actual pack in and see what that voltage is and see if anything further needs to be troubleshot. But for this one here, so the issue that I saw, I'll link to it down in the description. This was over on Audiokarma. Guy was troubleshooting a 44, and his IC401 had positive voltages here and a high voltage here, and was seeing, you know, kind of similar problems here. So what his problem turned out to be was Q401, which is a a dual transistor pack, was bad, and so I think I'm likely going to have the same problem here. So I'm going to wind up replacing Q402, which on our diagram here, Q402 is down here. So it's IC402 that's behaving badly for us, or that, you know, has the bad measurements. So Q402 is the one that is feeding it. So let's see if we can even find where Q402 is. Let's see. It's going to be up under here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. It's right here. Q402. So yeah, like I said, it's a dual transistor package. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take some readings off of him. All right, let's see if we can compare these to what they're supposed to be. So 402 is right here. Its bases should both be 0, and we've got 1 and 0.5. And its
let's see, this is the collector here. Let's see, trace this up. It looks like this is supposed to be 0.6, and that's high. And then the emitter should be minus 40 something, and we've got like 1. So yeah, this is really making me think Q402 is probably bad. So I don't want to rip one of these out of a working amplifier, so I'm going to go ahead and order one, and this guy will sit on the shelf for a little bit. So that's gonna wrap it for today until that thing comes in stock. So yeah, we'll pick up on the next one. I'll put a card up here once I get that video made. So yeah, I think that'll do for today. Thank you as always for watching, and we will see you in the next one.